Lady Rosacea, also known as Candy, and I wanted to tell you about my story today. I am currently 35, and 3 years ago, I was diagnosed with Rosacea Type 2. And I at first thought I was having a heat rash because I was on vacation a lot with my friend. We were drinking, we were eating lots of sweets. I don't normally eat as much sweets, but I did in this case. And I noticed that my face was getting like really red, on fire, and bumpy. And I was like, this is not cool. And then I went to the beach with my mom and my sister, and we were out in the sun almost all day, and I noticed that night my face looked really bad, and I was like, this has to be heat rash, and it has, like, it stayed with me for almost like a month, so I need to get this checked. When I got this checked by my family doctor, she told me, oh honey, you have rosacea, and you have rosacea type 2, and I was like, what? There's more than one type? Like, I only knew rosacea as having the red cheeks. And she's like, oh no, like, I have rosacea type 1, so my doctor actually has it. And she's like, and my trigger is actually cleaning agents, and I just can't clean my house with the over-the-counter cleaners. I have to actually make my own cleaners. So I was like, oh, okay. She goes, the only thing that we have for rosacea to help clear it up is antibiotics. And she's like, I know how much you like to heal yourself and be holistic and have your green smoothies. So you need to go online, you need to research it, and you need to figure out what's going to work for you. And then I was like, well, I'm like in so much pain and hurt, and like I can't look at myself because it's just too painful. And oh yeah, I'll show you a picture like here maybe. This was when I was first diagnosed with rosacea. This is the only picture I have. My face was a whole lot worse. This was when I went to Canada to drink a lot of wine. So of course wine is my trigger, and that's my face about a year after. This is when I accidentally ate pepperoni and lasagna. I didn't know it was there, and then my face went wild. And then this is what my face normally looks like after I get done speaking in public or anything. My face gets red and hot. So that picture actually is when I was trying to heal myself. I don't have any other pictures of me like full force flare up or anything, because I took those pictures and I was crying and I felt it was very negative, so I deleted the photos. I don't normally do that. I'm a photographer. I normally keep every one of them. So I was really mad at myself for not keeping the sad photos. Anyways, so I asked for the Metro gel because my face was just on fire. It hurt. It wasn't me, and I was just so wanting to heal, and if that was going to help out, then yes. She scheduled me for an appointment with a dermatologist, and that was only like in a month and a half, and I was like, how am I going to deal with this face for a month and a half? So I did. I put the Metro gel on, and I think I used it for like a week. My face got super, super flaky, and it hurt even worse, and it was still red, and I was just like, I'm not dealing with this, and it's antibiotics, which I don't want to use. So within that week, I started researching like everything you could ever think of, like healing your face with rosacea and cures for rosacea, and this is how you just have a clear face again with rosacea. I mean, that's all we want is a clear face. We're already damaged because our faces look so horrible, and we just want to look normal again. So my biggest thing was Rosacea.org has amazing information. Went through the list of triggers. When I read that list of triggers, I started crying because I was like, I can't be a hermit. I host open my night. I'm still dating. I'm never going to find love. You know, that sort of stuff would go through my mind. And then I was like, okay, this is hopeless. I can't be like thinking about this stuff because it's just very negative. And then my one friend, she was like, Candy, did you ever think about doing like an elimination diet? And I was like, what's that? She's like, my sons had to do it because they are allergic to everything. So basically they had to go on bland foods and then slowly add in foods to see if they are allergic to it. Oh my gosh, that's genius. Why didn't I know about this before? So because of her, I thought, well, I have to find out what my triggers are. And I'm not willing to slowly find out with like a journal and like stating my reactions to food, because it's not just food sometimes, it's stress levels too, or weather. So now I have to write about like the weather outside, if I was stressed out or not, and what foods I ate, and how my face felt afterwards or days afterwards, and then figure that one out. So I decided, okay, I'm gonna do this elimination diet. So I made this elimination diet based off of the rosacea known triggers. So for a month, I did not drink any apple cider vinegar, which I was doing like every single day. For a month, I stopped drinking kombucha. For a month, I stopped eating all meat, except for I did eat fish because I felt that the omegas in there was needed for my skin. Even though fish could be a trigger, I just went with it, you know. I basically detoxed off of sugar and carbs because I got rid of all that stuff, and dairy. And the wonderful thing is, like, during that time of me trying to heal my skin, my other best friend was like, Candy, I'm in a meditation group. Want to join me? It's every Sunday. And I'm like, well, I'm not doing anything today, and it's Sunday. So we went, and I learned how to de-stress myself through going with the flow and meditating. So as I'm doing all this stuff, I also stopped exercising for a whole month because exercising can be a trigger as well. So as I'm doing this for a whole month, I'm eating properly and not eating, bananas, eggplants, so no high histamine foods, no strawberries, no spinach, no avocado, no alcohol. Oh my gosh, that's such a hard one. And I was even like an alcoholic, like 2 drinks for karaoke on Thursday and maybe go out with my friends on Saturday and have 2 more drinks. So I understand how hard it can be to stop drinking alcohol for alcoholics, because it took me 6 months to not crave alcohol anymore. For me, 6 months. What about them? Lifetime or whatever. So I don't even know. I've never dealt with that. So anyways, I would say within the month, at the end of the month, my face was so clear. By the time I went to the dermatologist, she looked at my face and she was like, Candy, I don't think I could even tell that you had rosacea, but I can see that you do. She's like, whatever you're doing, just keep doing it. Like, to heal naturally is the best way. And I was like, oh, okay. Because normally doctors and dermatologists, they just want to give you a cream or a pill or something that's going to help out. So when she said that, and to continue what I was doing, I was like, okay. So here, after a month, I slowly start adding in these trigger foods. So I started slowly adding in nuts. And then I would add in seeds, and here's sunflower seeds and me. We're not friends. And now sunflower seed oil is affecting my skin. So now I have to like read, once again, everything on the back of my food products, which I've been doing because I eat clean and I believe in the blood type diet. And I don't know why I'm winking constantly at you guys, but it's happening, and I hope you enjoy it. I added in strawberries, and I was so happy that I could eat strawberries, and avocado. I was so happy with that too. I just found out that pepperoni and I are not friends. Most sausages and I are not friends. These are okay because these should be out of your life anyways. They're horrible for your body. There are some sausages I can eat, and they're the ones that just don't have like all the seasonings and stuff in them. At first, I couldn't eat non-organic corn. Now I can. I just can't eat a lot of it because it will heat up my face. I couldn't eat any spicy foods. Now I can, but I eat too much and it just like heats up my face, and I'm like, it was worth it, every second of it. Non-organic tomatoes and I are still the same 3 years later. I can only eat the tomatoes from my mom's garden, and I can't eat a lot, but I love tomatoes, especially pizza. So I found out I can eat dairy, and I can have Greek yogurt. Oh, yum. I found out that I could eat fermented foods, even though at first fermented foods did react to my face. I was like, this stuff is good for you, and it's good for your gut. So I just kept on eating like some sauerkraut and some garlic carrots that were fermented, and they don't react anymore. I found out I can have kombucha, I can have apple cider vinegar again. I can't have alcohol. No, none. Not even like a swig of anything. 3 years, no alcohol. Not bad. Yeah. I'm the most sober person dancing on the dance floor. I am the best DD around. And soon kombucha's coming to most of the clubs and the bars, so that makes me happy. Okay, so the non-food triggers that I have is if I run like 10 miles, my face will be red, but after 30 minutes or less, it goes back to what you see now. Also, change of season. Change of season is like the worst for me. Right now we're having really weird weather, so it's like hot and humid in September. When it should be nice and cool. My face loves the cool. It doesn't like humidity or heat. So I always carry like a handheld fan on me. I will post a video for that. The sun is a trigger for me. Stress. I think stress is just common for everyone. Stress is a trigger for me. What I found out is stress is like a trigger for everyone. It's like the most common trigger that we all have in common is stress. And learning to de-stress and going with the flow is really hard to do, but you can do it. It can happen. Meditation and mindfulness is a very great key role. Thinking positive is good. And just like thinking always to yourself, okay, so I can't change the situation and I can't change his or her actions. But what can I change? I can change what I'm doing. So I could either leave the situation, or I could stay, or I could do this, or I could do that. You know, like whatever makes you feel less stressful, go ahead and do it. It's not going to hurt anyone's feelings. It's just going to hurt your face. So those are my non-food related triggers. Okay. So I try to stay away from those triggers as much as I can. There was this one time 2 years ago that I was offered to eat some lasagna, and I was like, sure, I'll have some lasagna. This lady was cooking for us with a service trip, and I'm eating it. I'm like, there's this weird taste I haven't had in such a long time. Here, I pulled it out. It was a freaking pepperoni. And next thing you know, because like I felt my face was already going on fire, so I was like, this is just so weird. This whole side of my face was like so red here, and then you could see all the bumps coming up. And then all the kids that were on the service trip with me were like, Candy, what's going on with your face? This is so weird. And they're like, I can't stop staring at it because it keeps changing. And I'm like, okay, it's fine. It's just that it's on fire. It hurts. It's painful. Oh my God. Do you know how long that took me to heal my face from there? My skin was like bumpy and gross like that for like a month. It was horrible. Never again will I have pepperoni. Ever. Anyways, okay, I'm done talking. I think I could talk about this. We'll do some more posts about like the psychological trauma that happens when you have this. And we'll talk about other little subjects like a handheld fan, the fan here, that sort of stuff. I hope you enjoyed this. Bye.